Playing an iconic supervillain role is no easy task, especially for Margot Robbie, who stole every scene she appeared in for 2016's Suicide Squad.
Something tells me a whole lot of people are about to die.
The actress was fully committed to performing the part, but there were some pretty strict rules to follow along the way. Learn what it was like for Margot on set, how the director forced her into something on the first day, and what it was like performing with a method actor like Jared Leto. Many of these rules and restrictions transferred over to her role in the upcoming Birds of Prey movie as well. When another actor decides to go all method for a role, there's not really much you can do. This was definitely the case for Margot Robbie in Suicide Squad. As Jared Leto shaved his whole body and transformed into the Joker, Margot Robbie was forced to go along for the ride, pretty much abiding by the rules and standards Leto set to get into character. One of the main rules? No rehearsals. Yep. Despite getting some scenes alongside Will Smith and rehearsing everything else with the rest of the squad, Robbie went blind into her scenes with the Joker, so Leto and director David Ayer could try and capture the unpredictable nature of the dysfunctional duo.
If you weren't so crazy, I'd think you were insane.
This means that Margot had to pretty much switch up her whole preparation and the way she would approach scenes. Another aspect of Leto's method acting routine? The random gifts he would leave for the cast. Along with some adult toys and the body of a pig, Margot Robbie got her own personal gift in the form of a living rat.
I smell a rat.
At least Robbie was a good sport about it, actually keeping the rat as a pet and naming it Rat Rat. Harley Quinn was first introduced in Batman the Animated Series, and her voice was one of the more iconic parts of the show.
Right away, Mr. J.
To get inspiration, Robbie watched and listened to several scenes of Harley Quinn on the Batman animated series, but also found some inspiration through the classic mob flick Goodfellas. Specifically, she tuned into the accent and voice of the character Karen Hill.
Hey.
Do you love her? Do you?
Robbie took all of the scenes with Karen Hill, had them converted to audio, and would play them back over and over on her way to the set. The key aspect of Robbie's delivery was being able to deliver emotional scenes without getting too high-pitched or not taken seriously enough for the role. At the end of the day, her unique voice and acting choices were one of the most praised parts of the movie.
We're bad guys. It's what we do.
While the animated version of Harley Quinn typically wore a full jumpsuit, things would be very different in a live-action setting. The final costume design was inspired by more mature comic books rather than the character from an animated show aimed at children. Margot Robbie was essentially forced to wear shorts that were so short they would barely even qualify as underwear. As a newbie to the world of comic book movies, Robbie did not have authority in her outfit choice, a costume design she wishes was very different. Not only did Robbie have to perform in the tight-fitting outfit, but the actress often did her own stunts while wearing the short shorts. There was some flashbacks where she wore different outfits and got to cover up more, but the shorts and t-shirt combo was pretty much a majority of what she had to wear on set. Thankfully for Robbie, the popularity of her character led to some pretty pivotal outfit changes for the upcoming Birds of Prey movie. Robbie has been seen in trailers and on set in longer pants. Those shorts are probably never gonna be seen on Robbie again if she can help it. Underneath the Harley Quinn outfit, Margot Robbie was forced to go through all types of preparation just to get her skin ready for the character. Harley Quinn doesn't seem to get much sunlight because her pale skin is a vast difference from other characters in the movie. Robbie's natural skin was not this pale, meaning she had to go through a full-body routine in the makeup trailer every day. The routine was so extensive that just a single scene showing a bare arm would require the actress to have another 20 minutes getting her skin prepared. Along with her skin getting painted white, Quinn is all tatted up, with around 20 temporary tattoos in total. Each new day on set, Robbie would have to have the tattoos applied again, with makeup artists ensuring they were in the same exact location to match up with filming. After her skin preparation, she needed to have the wig added on, along with the full Harley Quinn outfit. The whole process could take over 3 hours, sometimes even longer than Jared Leto's preparation for the Joker. The daily makeup chair wasn't the only transformation Robbie went through to get into the role of Harley Quinn. On the very first day of filming, director David Ayer did something drastic when he approached Robbie and decided to just shave her eyebrow.
He cut a chunk out of my eyebrow.
The look could be easily noticed in the movie, and it was just another quirky part of the character. We imagine Robbie could have easily said no, but to get asked to do that on the very first day of filming, Robbie probably had a lot of pressure to oblige.
Yeah, that was gangster.
The end result works great for the film, and her eyebrows are fully grown out by now. She was happy to tell the story and seems to have no regrets about it. In Suicide Squad, one of the key scenes used to introduce Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn was a chase scene involving Ben Affleck's Batman. But their high-speed chase was not a success. The car plummeted into water and Quinn was launched through the windshield on the way down. Batman attempts to rescue Quinn, and we see her trapped underwater for a pretty long time. For Robbie, filming the scene required her to go through extensive breath-holding training. The production set a guideline for 1 minute, but Robbie pushed her limits, fully training to hold her breath underwater for a whole 5 minutes. Now that's commitment to the part, and learning the underwater techniques is no easy task either. Robbie did multiple weeks of training to learn how to properly hold in air, expand her lungs, and to psychologically handle being in the water for so long. To get into the role of Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie had to get into some of the best shape of her life. Her goal was to slim down, put on a little muscle, and fit into the costume. So to help prepare, Robbie focused on a lot of cardio workouts. Aside from running, the workout routine also included a lot of squats and crunches. Working with a professional trainer, Robbie did full workout routines to help tone her body. Some of the exercises included jump ropes, resistance pulls, and wearing heavy ankle weights to help tone her whole bottom half. Robbie also found a lot of inspiration through ballet training. She mixed in dances, stretches, and a variety of exercises ballet dancers will commonly use while they train. The workouts began months before filming and continued through the production to ensure she stayed fit and toned throughout the shoot. As production ramped up for Birds of Prey, Robbie followed the same routine to help stay in shape to return to her famous role. Thankfully, the productions of Birds of Prey and James Gunn's Suicide Squad were not too far apart, so Robbie just continued down the same path as before. Along with the workout routine, Robbie had a pretty strict diet heading into the Suicide Squad production. For Robbie, the diet may have been the hardest part considering she loves to eat burgers and fries all the time. When it came down to get really strict with the diet, Robbie munched on a bunch of carrot sticks. This was often her go-to snack for having a treat and staying healthy. The balance of food Robbie dieted on allowed her to sneak in plenty of cheat meals while filming, including the burgers she loves so much. The last thing she wants to do is skip out on her favorite food options just to shed a few pounds or look a specific way for a role. We have to imagine that with a diet so strict, all those lollipops Harley Quinn has in the movie are most likely sugar-free. Otherwise, she'd be swapping out the lollipop for some extra carrot sticks between takes. One of the unwritten rules for playing a major character in a big-budget film like Suicide Squad: your life will change forever. Robbie's transformation into Harley Quinn came with all kinds of bonuses. She's in 2 more movies. Margot Robbie has her own action figure. There's posters, merch, and the character will live on forever. But so will some of the toxic fans who make her life a nightmare. In the months following the film's release, Robbie quickly realized the real-life downfall of starring in a superhero movie. When she began getting threats from obsessed fans, Robbie had to increase security, get background checks on some of the crazed fans, and often had to pay out of pocket for the extra support. This is one of the biggest regrets she has going into the role, and an unwritten rule when it comes to playing an iconic character like Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn!
Despite the negative aspect of fandom, Robbie obviously found some positive aspects of the role as well, because she's happily doing multiple sequels and ready to make Harley Quinn all her own once again. We imagine the much larger paycheck will help cover a lot of the security costs and reduce stalker threats. For the role of Harley Quinn, there were a ton of rules for the specific character, but Margot Robbie also had to follow a lot of the general DCEU rules. There have been many rules and rumored guidelines about the DCEU over the years. Funnily enough, Margot Robbie's role as Harley Quinn has helped break a number of these rules. Before Suicide Squad, one of the main rules was a no-joke policy based off the joke-filled Green Lantern movie that failed at the box office. As Harley Quinn, the Suicide Squad movie was filled with a ton of lighthearted moments, so we have to say that the old DCEU rule pretty much went away with the release of the movie.
Now that's killer app.
Another important DCEU rule: no crossing over with Marvel. If you're active in the DCEU, you can't be popping up in the MCU, and so far Margot Robbie has stuck to her DC roots. One of the biggest rules Robbie has helped break is the R rating rule. The first Suicide Squad could have been a much better movie with an R rating, but things will be very different for Birds of Prey when Harley Quinn and company fly in with an R rating. Thanks to films like Joker, Warner Brothers is now more open to the R rating, and Birds of Prey could really help bring more mature comic book movies going forward. Wow, being an actor can be pretty intense. What rule do you think is the most strict? Any that we missed? Is Margot Robbie the best option for Harley Quinn? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to ScreenRant for more great DC content.